Hi, boys and girls. It's Mr. Wasemsnn, and today we are looking at our Story Arc Planner Google Slides tool to help us plan out our work of fiction, our story idea. Let's take a look at this first slide that has the directions. It says, read the descriptions for each step within the story arc of a fiction text. Now, I'm going to let you read the descriptions on your own time to figure out the difference between, say, an exposition scene or a rising action, between the climax and the resolution, things like that. My purpose for this video today is to show you how to manipulate the parts on the second slide, which will allow you to plan out your story. Now, before we do any of that, let's make a copy, okay? So I'm choosing File in the upper left-hand corner, go to where it says make a copy. And when I select that, it asks me, do I want the entire presentation or just certain slides? I'm going to choose the entire presentation. And when that drop-down window appears with the name copy of and the story arc planner title, I'm going to change it from copy of to my name, or my initials, I should say, Mr. W's story arc planner. Now I have a fresh copy that I can change without messing up my template that I shared with you. So I'm just going to close that template right now so I don't try to change anything on my original. Okay, so let's take a look at this second slide. You see it says, go to the nearly identical second slide and begin planning your story by filling in the boxes with your ideas. So if I've had a story idea in mind for a while and I want to start it, and the title of my story is called Lost in a Cave. Now that is not necessarily going to be the final title, but that's the title I'm working with right now. Now, every story needs characters, okay? So I need to think about who are going to be some of the characters in my story. So my main character, my protagonist, a girl named Samantha. I don't need that underlined. There we go. And Samantha is a 13-year-old girl. We should probably write a brief description so that we can get a sense of who this girl is. She's kind of bookish, likes the indoors, doesn't like camp. You get a sense of who Samantha is, okay? She's going to be joined by her dad, who's an outdoorsy type, likes to go on trips, okay? And we've got mom, who loves camping like dad, okay? And let's add one more character. Now, already my text has gone beyond my box. So what I can do is I could just pull on this top little point right here, that little square point right there, and expand the box a little bit. Excuse me. So we're going to have a little brother for Samantha to interact with, and we'll call him, oh, I don't know. We'll call him Charlie. And again, the name of the character might change. I might decide Charlie is not the name I want to go with, and that's okay. But for now, I got to give this character a name. And we'll say that Charlie is 9 years old. 9-year-old brother. Okay. So now we have 4 characters in my story. Okay. So I now need to put the characters someplace where the story can begin. I need to create an exposition. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to imagine a scene. Okay. So the title is Lost in a Cave. And the family of 4 goes on a trip to a state park over fall break. Okay. The family sets up camp and goes exploring. Okay, so we haven't gotten to a cave yet, have we? No, we're just setting the scene. This family is camping somewhere where there might be a cave on the location. Indiana, especially in the southern lowlands region, is known for its caves. So maybe we want to set this in southern Indiana. Okay. The family of four goes on a trip to a state park over fall break. Family sets up camp and goes exploring. Okay, southern Indiana. Okay, so you're going to notice that I'm not writing complete sentences. I'm not using paragraph form. I'm not indenting. I'm even abbreviating some words like IN for Indiana, ST for state park. This is not going to be grammatically correct. This is just a way to get my ideas down on paper, okay? Or digitally, I should say, on the screen. So what is my problem? Okay, well, the title implies that somebody is going to get lost in a cave, okay? So Samantha, who doesn't want to be there in the first place, is the one that gets lost, okay? While exploring the cave, and I'm going to change that font just to make things fit a little better because I know I have some things to say. While exploring the cave, Sam gets separated from family and injures her leg. So we've added a little drama to that idea that she gets lost. Okay. So in my mind, maybe there's like a cave-in, or maybe like a partial cave-in where rocks break off from the top and then kind of section off where Sam is compared to her family. Okay, so, and maybe that's how Sam gets injured in the first place. So I might write something like, Sam has to, and again, I don't need this underlined. Sam has to free her leg from the fallen rock that separated her from her family. Okay, so that's a task that helps Sam solve her problem. So the problem was introduced in the beginning of the story. Now the rest of the story is going to build up to Sam solving her problem. So she's freed her leg from the fallen rock. Now I need to think about what's she going to do next. Okay, so my second scene, or my second rising action, is going to be maybe helping her look for her family. Sam hobbles through the cave. She's hobbling because her leg hurts. Looking for family. Oh, you know what lives in caves? Bats. Stumbles into a group of bats that scare her. Okay, not fun for Sam. Okay, so what does Sam do next? This is where we have to think about how am I going to get her to the turning point, which is hopefully Sam reuniting with her family. Okay, so I'm not going to map out the entire story yet because I want to save some of these. I want to save the ending as a surprise, or maybe I'll use that in a later video. But right now, I need to come up with another step. Okay, so let's say Sam runs through. Well, she's not running; she's hobbling. Sam tries her best. No, I don't like that. You know, this process is a work in progress, okay? So as you're kind of thinking out your story, you might be rehearsing ideas, scenes in your head, and you want to think to yourself, well, what would happen next? So she had to free her leg from some fallen rocks. She's walking through this cave. Her leg hurts. She stumbles into a group of bats. The bats scare her. They fly around and such. Sam, let's say Sam is sad. She's exhausted. Sam drops to the floor and cries because she's so frustrated. She then hears the echo of her sobbing. Okay, because the acoustics in a cave are really good for producing echoes. Okay, so I'm hinting or foreshadowing towards what my climax might be right now. So as I'm planning out my story, this is how the process goes. Once I've established the problem, I need to start building up some drama by creating scenes that relate that time has passed, and then maybe she's changing her location. Okay, she's not sitting in one place in this cave. She's looking, she's searching, she's trying her best. So as I keep moving the action towards the climax, I got to keep thinking, how is this story going to change? What's my turning point? Okay. So from a technical standpoint, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be plugging in different pieces into each of these boxes until you come up with an ending of the story. Okay. So I want you to be as creative as possible. Again, this isn't complete sentences, although some of them are sort of complete sentences. But just get those ideas down in these boxes, into these text boxes, and help map out your story. Already, I'm getting really excited about what can happen next. And then starting to draft the story won't be as intimidating because I already kind of have a plan. Okay. So if you have questions on how to access the text boxes or to manipulate them, feel free to reach out to me through your Canvas inbox or during the Zoom call. Otherwise, happy writing, and I look forward to reading your story ideas. Thanks.